Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we'll be talking about is the Tesla Model Y still a great decision to make? All right, so our Tesla Cybertruck is in the shop getting some repairs. Just a couple small things that were off with the truck when we first picked it up. So they did give us a Model Y as a loaner. This is going to be a 2022 long-range Model Y with 41,000 miles on it. So we've been driving it for the last couple of days, and this is something that's comparable to what you would see on the used car market. So let's talk about, is it a good choice to get used, right? Because you can get some pretty good deals on this. So should you pick up a used Model Y? Question is the best selling EV in not just America, but in the world, worth it for this price range versus, say, if you were to try to buy this new and you do qualify for the point of sale EV rebate, you'd be looking, somewhere in, the $40,000 range, right? So $30,000 used, $40,000 new. Pros and cons, of course. When it's new, you're going to get both warranties, both the 50,000 mile warranty, that's pretty much bumper to bumper, and then the 100,000 mile warranty that's going to cover the battery and the electronic motors. Versus used, the warranties are going to vary, right? You could either be inheriting what's left over with the original warranty, or either with a 24-month warranty or 1-year warranty, mileage dependent. Really just depends on the year and the model, right? So pros and cons, they're going to be in the warranty. So the question is, does saving, $10,000, $12,000 used outweigh it? And also the other question is, how does this vehicle hold up, right? So again, this is a vehicle that's high traffic. This is a vehicle that, people are in and out of as they, get their vehicles repaired at the service delivery center. This car's high traffic, right? So it's probably going to deal with more usage than other vehicles, right? So does this vehicle hold up at 40,000 miles? All good questions to be asked. For me, a good question about how things hold up is going to be looking at the interior. So you guys can see after 40,000 miles, and again, lots of different people, the interior is still looking really good, right? So no tears, no real scratches, right? And some of these materials you never really know with, right? But the interior is looking really good. And then on to the seat. Again, very unpredictable when you have, this vehicle's being rented out, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week with different people, different sizes. How do these seats hold up? A big thing that you want to see is, how is this piece holding up? Because a lot of people are going to slide out and put their weight on it right here, right? So you can see the seat is looking good for 40,000 miles. Really good, highly commendable. And this has really, to do with the design and overall, quality, right? So really appreciate that piece. And then let's get inside. We'll take a look inside. As you guys can see, overall the interior is holding up good, right? So steering wheel looks good. No tears, no cracks. Again, that's going to be a good piece. If it's going to be here at 40,000 miles, again, nothing loose. Everything is working. Yeah, things are looking really good in the interior at the 40,000 mile mark, right? So again, especially if you're looking at the used market, you want to get in here, you want to touch things, you want to make sure things aren't loose, right? You want to make sure there's nothing just outrageously going on crazy. Now, for this year, they were still using the gloss, which, some people like it, some people don't. It definitely does leave fingerprints. I definitely prefer, the non-gloss. So a lot of people, and this one you have to kind of do it just right? Okay. A lot of people were wrapping this at the time. The new ones look different, but overall, I'd say that the interior's held up really nice, especially, again, just thinking about this being a rental vehicle for Tesla. Or I shouldn't say the rental, a loaner vehicle, a courtesy loaner vehicle. Things are looking really good, right? Now, the most trafficked seat's going to be the driver's seat. The next most trafficked seat is going to be the passenger seat. As you can see, also looking really good. Again, looking at the back seat, everything's looking really good. A couple, just small scratches. Again, this is what's going to happen when you use these types of plastics because, once they get scratched once, the scratch is going to be there, right? So, not my favorite choice of material here, but it's holding up well, but there are just some small scratches there to note. Now on to the back. One of the big things, big reasons people love these hatchbacks is all the space, right? Now this is a ton of space for a Model Y. And the reality is, you could argue that there's more space here than in a full-size SUV with the third row up, right? So if you have a Tahoe and you have a third row up, you're not going to get this much space. This is a lot of space. Again, we had a Model Y for over 2 years. Loved the Model Y. We did end up trading it, but it's one of the vehicles that we definitely always have our eyes out for, and would definitely go back to in the future. Definitely curious to see what the new design is going to look like. But yeah, overall, the space is looking really good here. And again, if you are in the market to buy a used Model Y, you will want to look in the front too, just to make sure that this piece is here. Again, this is the piece you're going to use if you have to get the car towed and tugged. Basically, this just screws into this front piece down there, and you can pull the car out if you need to. But overall, this looks really good. Probably hasn't been used much, and definitely if you were to buy this used, I would definitely want to go back out and get some type of aftermarket rug to protect it. But yeah, overall things are looking really good. And now one thing I will note is that whenever you have the upgraded wheels, and again, this is going to be the larger wheels, the upgraded wheel package, it definitely looks nice, but the ride is pretty bumpy, right? Now, my Model Y had the base wheels, and also my Model 3 has the base wheels, so I have the benefit of having, just more more rubber on the wheel, so the ride's, significantly smoother, to the point that when I got into this vehicle and pulled out of Tesla, the first thing I was wondering was, whoa, is there something wrong with the tires? Do I have a flat? Because it's pretty bumpy. Now, again, we were on just a regular street road, and when we get on the highway, it's a lot smoother, but some of the streets can be bumpy, and again, you got to pick and choose what you want, right? So, yes, you can get the aesthetics here, and it looks really good, but you're going to be sacrificing some ride quality. My personal perspective, I probably would get the base wheels, so I guess it's like 18s. Go with the 18s and then put some nice wheel covers on that look nicer. Just knowing that whenever you go to the 20s, you're going to get a much bumpier ride. So just personal preference. Some people like it, the 20s. I've been there, done that. The older I get, the more I'm leaning towards, ride comfort, right? So to each his own. Overall, vehicle's looking really good. Now, there are a couple small, scratches, but for a black vehicle that has 40,000 miles, that's had, many people in it. Again, this is going to be the Tesla loaner. To me, it's looking really good. You definitely want to really inspect it. Black's definitely one of my favorite color for vehicles. It's just very difficult to keep clean. People that like black cars, they love them, but they know as soon as you wash it, as soon as you pull off, it's going to start getting dirty. So different colors like whites and grays are going to hide the dirt more, but overall, I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, this is a really sharp vehicle, and I know that the redesign's coming out, and probably Q1 2025. We'll probably see it in the Chinese market first, which is fine. But I mean, yeah, I think this thing is still moving, and they have some really aggressive deals. So definitely, if you're looking to get a Model Y, go ahead and use my referral link because you're going to get $2,000 off, and I'm going to get a credit on my account too. So it's a win-win. If you're looking for a new one, right? Now, if you're looking for a used one, you can still use the referral link. It's going to be a smaller discount, but use the referral link either way. Definitely just support the channel. My overall opinion and what the advice that I would give somebody that's in my family, like, hey, would I get a used one? Absolutely. I would still get a used Model Y. I think the Model Y is a fantastic vehicle. I think that it's a great deal for the price. Get a lot of bang for your buck. If all I could afford is a used one, I would go with the used one. Very, very highly reliable. And I do think that if you get a used one, most of the small issues or problems that you're going to experience up in the beginning of the car, I think they'll be worked out. So that's kind of one of the pros. If you get a used vehicle, most things will be worked out, but you won't have the warranty. Now, if I was going to go used, I would definitely go used through Tesla. I personally would not go used through a dealership unless there was like a really, really aggressive price point, just because it gets that whole risk reward thing, right? If I can save, $3,000, $5,000, but I'm riding off in a warranty, that's on me. I will say that a lot of these repairs, prices are getting more reasonable, but they still can be pretty expensive just because there's not that many people that can do repairs on these Teslas.
All right, guys, thank you for watching this quick video on if I would purchase a used Tesla. Again, the answer is yes. Once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you're shopping for a Tesla, whether it's a Y, a 3, an X, or a Cybertruck, go ahead and use my referral code. Thanks again. Have a wonderful, positive day. We'll see you at the next video.